فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى فأخذه الله نكال الآخرة والأولى إن في ذلك لعبرة لمن يخشي أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بنيها رفع سمكها فسويها وأغطش ليلها وأخرج ضحيها.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وبعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My honorable viewers, inshallah, today we are here with a familiar face, the one of the leaders of our community, or leaders of the community, and a member of MSS welfare officer, and many others. Inshallah, today we are going to speak with him on guidance and counseling. Yes, inshallah, we are going to speak with him on guidance and counseling. So, before anything, we need him to introduce himself to the viewers, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Madam, introduce yourself.
My name is Abu Usama Abdul Muttalib Mukaddas Dindi.
Now, as you have heard his name, inshallah, we are going to go deep into the topic, inshallah, guidance and counseling. So, inshallah, we will listen to what our honorable speaker come with today, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi
wa alaikum assalam once again. Alhamdulillah, inna alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu wa man yudlil falan tajida lahu waliyyan murshida wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu fa innal hadis la kalam Allah wa anna alayhi Muhammadar rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أما بعد, السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I really appreciate this invitation to be here again once more to speak on guidance and counseling. In the guidance and counseling, to speak on the future building and counseling. How can a Muslim, or how will a Muslim build his future? How will he plan his future? How is he expected to plan his future? Or how, as we, as youths, how are we expected to plan our future? These are some of the issues we are going to discuss this blessed afternoon, this blessed evening. My viewers and the listeners, we welcome you once again to this studio, Islamic Propagation Center. You are welcome again. Today, as I said earlier, we are going to look at planning. Does Islam say we should plan? Yes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us to plan in different places in the glorious Quran. If you look at some verses in the glorious Quran, like Surah Al-Qamar, where Allah said we should plan. But when we plan, we should make sure we said inshallah, by the will of Allah. The planning did not stop only in that verse. You can also look at it in another verse of the glorious Quran, in Surah Al-Anfal, where Allah is telling us that they are planning. Let them continue to plan, but Allah is the best of the planners. Allah is the best of the planners. To tell you that Islam wants us to plan. Also, I will not also stop there. I also want to give you more again. If you go to the Surah Al-Jum'ah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, go for your Salat Al-Jum'ah. After you finish, you will what? You pray into the word and look for what? For a daily affair. That is telling you that a Muslim is expected to plan. If there is no planning in Islam, then Allah will not say all this. Then also in some sunnah, the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is also practiced that we need to plan. Let me give you a short story of Muaz bin Jabal. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked him to go to Yamal, he's planning. How did Prophet want to know whether Muaz bin Jabal has planned? Prophet called him, okay, Muaz bin Jabal, if you go to where I send you, what are you going to do? If there is an issue is raised, or if you are asked a question, what are you going to do? Muaz bin Jabal said, I'm going to consult the Quran. He said, what if that issue is not in the Quran? He said, I'm going to consult this. The what? The Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that is the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What if it's not in the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He said, I am going to use my initiative, my psychological reasoning. Then you see, that is telling you that there is planning in Islam. You need to plan. Now, as Muslim, we are expected to plan. Make our planning. Then we will now leave the remaining to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to fulfill for us. How are we going to make a plan? Is one, set up your goal. You need to set up your goal. What you want to achieve in life. What you want to achieve in life, you need to set it up. One, by preparing your budgets. Make your plans. Prepare them, write them down. Then you now do istikhara. I want to be brief so that because of time, you now do istikhara. You understand? After shortlisting those plans, you now do what? You now do istikhara. Istikhara will assist you in choosing the best out of this plan. Are we together? Now, after doing the istikhara, Allah will now choose the best for you. Now, whatsoever come to you is the best from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if you did not plan, that is why in some statement they do say, you will fail to plan, plan to fail, Abi, sometimes something like that. That means you need to plan. If you fail to plan, you are already telling yourself that you are a failure. So you just have to plan, and when you plan, you now say inshallah, if Allah's will, by God's willing, by Allah's willing. You understand? You need to what? To put Allah first. You understand? Hope I'm communicating. Now, also, after doing the istikhara, as I said earlier on, now Allah will not choose the best for you. If Allah choose the best for you, you now put determination. That's the first thing I want to start on. After making your plan, doing your istikhara, determination. Determine that you are going to achieve that plan. For instance, you are a student of learning. You want to learn, for instance, you want to become a medical doctor. You plan, and Allah already accepted your plan. You now find yourself in the field. What you have to do is to put it at the back of your mind that you want to be that medical doctor. No matter the stress, no matter what is going on, no matter whatever, just determine that you are going to be, and inshallah you are going to be. But when you started entertaining fear, maybe at the beginning, you have started entertaining, or in the middle, you will fail. But when you determine that I will achieve it, you will surely achieve that plan. Also, for instance, you want to learn, you want to be a mechanic. You have determined to be, and Allah accepted it that you want to be a mechanic. Then you have started going to mechanic. Some people, your friends, some of your friends, look at you, look at your clothes, look at your this, look at your this. You understand? So if care is not taken, that will motivate you or discourage you. Let me put it, instead of motivating, it will discourage you from going to that workshop. You say, I will not go to that mechanic workshop again because my friends are laughing at me. They have turned it to be a laughing stock. Or, for instance, you see me in the street, beside the road, I make up my shy vendor, and you are laughing at me. If I'm not determined, I will leave it. Because I come at the Kuma Malan, like you, Malan, like you. You see, a lot of things. Or for instance, now, let me give you an example. You have a vehicle, a car, a machine, and a bicycle, and you decide to go out with bicycle. And Allah explained that you want to go out with bicycle because it costs less to where you are going to. Now, someone else saw you on that bicycle and started saying, you again, your time. You see, if you are determined, you go. Don't look at what people are going to say. So, determination is very, very important when you are making when you are planning. You understand? Also, part of those things that we need to observe when you are planning is that what you want to target, what you want to meet, the target you want to meet in planning on what you have planned. What is your target? For instance, as I said, for me to become, I want to become a medical because my plan is I want to save souls. You understand? I want to eradicate that feeling people have on doctors, negligence, or just abandoned patient. You see, these are some of the things that you put in your mind that won't make you to become a medical doctor. No, I want to become a mechanic because I want to see how I can reduce the pains of those people that are having the motorists or you understand? These are other things that you need to put also. After determination, what do you want to achieve in that thing you are planning? You understand? Now, also, that thing you are planning, you need to also look at time. What you are planning, you need to also observe time, the time frame. You understand? After planning, okay, how many years will it cost you to fulfill that plan? You understand? These are some of the things that you need to put, because these are all things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, even in the glorious Quran. You not just to plan, but also the time frame. Because one of the hadiths are saying, utilize your time. You understand? You should make use of your time before before it's too late. Your opportunity before your life before death. So these are some of the things. So you need to utilize that time before. Because you said if it's a long period of time, you take a long period of time, at the end of the day you may not achieve your aim. You understand? But if it is a short period of time, it depends on what you are planning. If it is something that is just a short period of time, then you also make also planning. Time is very, very important in planning. I hope we are getting what I'm trying to pass across. Now, also, some of those things that we need to know, we need to put across when we are making plan, is that those things you need that will make you to fulfill that plan. Those things, for instance, now, I do say it, the best organization that I've been into, that I know they are good in planning, is Muslim Student Society of Nigeria. Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, we have very good planners in Muslim Society, and that is why I learned a lot of things in that organization. Some of those things I learned is, one, no program in MSS and that will take place without budgets, and that is planning. You need to budget whatever you want to do. You need to have a budget. So no program MSS will do without budget. Can you see? So you can see a very good thing. Also, part of, yes, for instance, if MSS want to go for a leadership training program now, they have to plan. One, you see committees, different committees. You set committee for this, committee for this, committee for this, committee. All these are part of the planning. You understand? Now, these are some of the things. Then, as a youth, if you are making a plan, you know the type of people you share your plans with. That is, if you want to make a future plan, you know the type of group of people you move with. Because earlier on I said it, they may discourage you. If you are moving with people that don't have interest, they don't key into what you want to do, then they will discourage you. So if you are also making plan, you know the type of people you are moving with and the type of plan you want to make with them. And if that plan will not be okay for them, there's no need you tell them. There's no need you expose it to your so you need to know the type of people you move with. They are also part of your planning. You need to get people that will mentor you, that will coach you in whatever you want to do. You need a coach. You understand? You need someone that is going to to guide you. You need someone that is going to put you, on the track. So part of it is also you join maybe a group of organization that mentor how to plan, how to do this, or that has the knowledge of what you want to do. You understand? This is maybe after achieving, maybe on the process of achieving, on the process of the planning. For instance, now, let me give you an example. You want to become an engineer. You find yourself in a school. You need to join the association of engineers. Of the association of engineers of your department, so that you can learn. Because in this world we are today, by the time you move with people that are in that field, you will learn from one or two people. So mingling with people with the like minds, people that have that thing you want to achieve, is also part of planning. You have to mingle with people that have that thing. Then they will not share idea with you. Part of them, you see those that will mentor you, those that will coach you, those that will put you aright and tell you that you do this, or you also be learning from them. Just as I told you, from the society where I grew up, from society I review my training, I learn from my elders. I learn from brothers in MSS. The mentor, you see, he will give you work. Go and Abu Usama, go and prepare a budget of 300 participants for sisters camp or leadership training program. I have to go and get my input and come. You come in the front of the elders, MSS brother. Everybody, you read out your budget, and you see comments from different people commenting on that budget. If there's nothing you thought you are being accused, but they are putting you alright. They are putting you through. They want you to learn it. To the extent sometimes you felt, I'm disappointed. No, somebody will even stood up and tell you that this thing you do is wrong. This one is wrong. I don't know if you do it this way, it's going to be like this. So you are learning in that organization. You understand? Just like the organization the studio where we are today, it is handled by people. You just have to learn from each other. Somebody may be good in setting the amplifier, somebody will be good in camera, somebody will be good in coaching, somebody will be good in presenting, somebody will be good. You see, then we will now learn from each other. This is part of the planning. Today, if that person that is good in casting is not there, another person have learned from him and you take over from him.
no.
You understand? If that person that is good in setting the camera is not there, another person might have learned from him and what? Take over from him. That is some of the things that you also put while you are planning. You need to join people. You need to be part of those that have the knowledge so that you can be able to get it right. You understand? Then also, part of the planning is how do I want to put it? Yeah, maybe your, what do you call it? You need what do you call it? Money. I want to put it in another way, but let me just put it the way it comes to my mind. You understand? You need something to support you, because nothing in this life that you plan, they must be accompanied with something monetary. That is, you need something that will assist you. How will you get that thing done? Is those things that I've been mentioning from the beginning. For instance, you want to, for somebody that want to establish a business, you understand? Somebody that want to what? Establish a business. And if that person that want to establish a business have no capital, you understand? What is he going to do? You just have to source for the capital. You understand? I remember when I'm with most of my younger ones, I do tell them, the little income you have, you can save it to do something. Some of them do fail. Maybe I'm just saying it just on a mere saying, but after some time, you see some of them coming to me to realize that what I'm saying, it is now they are realizing it. You understand? So when some people have missed it already, the younger ones that are coming now, they're supposed to miss that aspect of planning. Because if most of us that have gone in the past have missed it, now we that were coming, we don't need to miss it. We don't need to what? Miss it. Then also, part of those things you need to put in your planning is that it should not be something that must. It should not be something that is what? Must. It must not be must. As I told you, even in the glorious crown, Allah said it. In Surah Al-Qamar, I said it now. That Allah said it. That it should not be something that is must. It's something that you will plan today and tomorrow, and Allah, you now say, Inshallah, by God's willing. You understand? If I'm not forgetting, verse 49. Yes, in Surah Al-Qamar, verse 49. Allah says something of planning. So it should not be something of most, but it should be something that you plan and you want Allah to achieve it. So it should not be something that must be. If it did not happen, then you should take it as a will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's Allah that did not make it to be. I hope you are getting me. Then also planning before I go to the other side of it. Planning, finally, if you achieve your plan, then you should be able to thank Almighty Allah. If you did not achieve, then Allah and Prophet has given us the choice. You're still going to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and immediately also make another plan. You understand? But if all the steps if I mentioned, you follow it, you are going to achieve. There are many steps, but just for the viewers and for time, I just want to, at least with these little things I said and the Quran I quote, just as I said, Muaz bin Jabal was assigned to go and do a work, and look at what Allah, Prophet was one assigning, but he called him back that, Muaz, okay, if you go there, if they ask you a question, what are you going to use in judging? He said Quran. What if it's not in Quran? He said Hadith. What if it's not Quran? He's going to use his what? His initiative. That is his this. So you can see then that is telling you planning. That means Prophet want to see if Muaz has planned. So that he will not go there and what? And fumble. He will not go there and miss but you can see how Allah put it, and Prophet also guided him, and he was able to say it, and he has a plan. So let us have a plan and let's pray. At the end, if you are not able to succeed in your planning, you thank Almighty Allah and pray to Allah. Allah is going to choose another way for you. Then also, I also want to advise our youth of this that we should plan well. Planning well in a nutshell is that most of us are in school, but we don't plan well. We don't plan well. Most of us fail to plan. We fail to plan at all. Someone, you see him, he has grown on, he has every opportunity to plan, but he did not do it. For instance, let me give you an example. I do tell my student that if you are giving 100 naira to school, you can save 15 naira and utilize 15 naira. I know some students that go to school with 200 naira, 500 naira, but they will lavish it for that day. But if you are a good planner, if you are giving 200 naira, save 100 naira, get a place you are contributing that 100 naira, and after that 100 naira has, you know, appreciate, you can now get something to do with it. One, you can rear animal, you can buy goats, you can buy sheep, you can buy something, you can buy fowl, even chicken at home. We have the one they call agri fowl, abi. That is the local language we know it with, abi. I want to say so that people understand. We have the one we train at home. You can buy them in the market, train them. I will tell you, during my secondary school time, I train this bird you call pigeon. You call tantabara, abi. I train it to the extent I produce one from 2 tantabara. I have 50 tantabara in a shorter period of time in my area. Then where I was living, when I was leaving Nibusa to where I went to do my SS1 to 3, I also pick another 2 tantabara, that is pigeon, to that place, that belt to that place. I also going to be able, I was able to have more again production and even give to people. Today I can tell you that I'm blessed in rearing animal. I am blessed in rearing animal. If I lay hand on a animal, I'm telling you, if you can give me 2 of that species or 1 of the species and it can reproduce male and female, I'm telling you, give me 1 year, I'll produce it in many. You understand? So it depends on what you believe you can do. If it is rearing of animal of any type, do it. No, if it is you want to produce, you do something that will make you understand. Also, I told them that if you can be saving this money, you can also produce something within your compound, within your house, in your house, that you can be selling. For instance, you can buy granite and fry and sell it within the house. And also, you see, the money you save in the bank now is generating more money again for you, more income through buying and selling. You understand? So these are some of the things that I also want to advise our youth that are coming up. Instead of, most especially our children in the school, instead of spending money anyhow, why don't you save it for a better something in the future? You understand? Or you save it, you plan how to save the money so that you do something with it. There are also some of the things I always tell my student is that when I meet a gathering of my students, I always tell them that apart from coming to school, have something doing, a skill you are learning. You want to be a tailor, you want to be a mechanic, you want to be a shoemaker, you want to be a this, you want to be a... You see, I always tell my students, I always tell them that don't just depend on coming to school alone. No, the other time you have to go and waste it and waste that time unnecessarily, use that time to learn something, to learn a skill. It will assist you. Let me give you an example. During COVID-19, virtually all of us were at home. Virtually most of us are at home. Most of the country, everybody's at home because there's no way you go. But if you have something doing, you see, it will assist you. Okay, let me give you an example again. We're in ASU is on strike. All the university students, if it is a government-owned university, they are all at home. If you have nothing doing, that's how you waste. You have some of us have wasted these 7 months now, since January to date, that ASU has been on strike. Most of us have wasted it without having anything doing. Now, if ASU will go back for strike now, some of us, our parents have to rally around before they get money before we go back to school. No. But if we can utilize these 7 months, if assume some are there, they have utilized it, some have gone. You see it on social media, some people are making it as a laughing stock. You see, they will tell you that this is a student of so department, but he's selling shy now. Lecturer, now there is no more. You see, we are making it as a joke, as a laughing stock. But that is the best for that person. Now, if that person will tell you how many income he has made for what he is doing, it's not a small thing. So, ASU strike should not make you to be lazy, but should make you to say yes, Alhamdulillah, with ASU strike. Despite that, the year of my graduation has been increased, but I've learned something at home. Or what I've learned before I go to school, or I've learned something that if I go to school tomorrow, if ASU call off strike, I can also go there and what and get something with it. No. You understand?
Malan, inshallah, there are many questions from the viewers and from the studio itself. So the first question I will start with is one. In most cases, one may have mind of being an engineer, but when he saw most of his friends going for medical courses, he he may get influence of their character. Don't you think this also affects the future building? So I think the questioner is trying to ask you to put it in the best way, how somebody is supposed to move on how he should plan his future. Because some people, maybe I want to be a doctor, and my friends are there, maybe their ambition is to be computer scientist or something, but according to their character, what they are doing, maybe I've saw them operating system, they know how to do this, so let me change let me change my ambition and move to their own. So what can you say to this?
Now, Alhamdulillah, you see, I so much love this question because it's part of those things that most of us were doing today. You see, most of us, as I said earlier, that the first thing, bring out your plans. Do istihara. I've said it. Pray to God. Let God choose the best for you. If God has chosen that you want to be, and you have determination, as I said earlier, you want to be a medical doctor, there's no need for you to allow somebody to change your mind for you.
No.
Do you understand? Don't allow, I said it earlier, that don't allow friends. You look at the people you move with when you want to make a determination. When you want to make a plan, when you are planning, you mingle with those people that have the same ideology with you, so that they can mentor you. They can mentor you, also give you guide, so that you can be what you want to be. But if you want to be an engineer and you are in a school and you are moving with those that don't have that ambition to be an engineer, then definitely they will discourage you. So my advice is, if you have the determination to be. Let me give you an example of myself. I don't dream to become a business educator. I study business education, accounting option. When I was given admission to study business education, I applied for mathematics or economics mathematics. You understand? But I was given business education in my NCE days. But I have no option than to accept it. Even during the process of doing the courses, I know many people that will meet you. Look at Malan, the game car. You are doing business. That means you can also take a chukuli. You want to go and eat money. You understand some of the things that will come. Malan, you are doing accounting. You want to go and chop Nigerian money. You see, this ideology is what is coming to people, that because an accountant is just a person that just want that money. You understand? Malan, you expect it to be in IRS. Most of the people will even mean that, Assalamu alaikum, Malan, yeah, IRS department. You can ask that. You see, all these are some of the things they will be coming from people's mind. Not me, I know. But because I have determination, I remain there. Some people have said, Malam, even department you have, department maternity, is for women. You understand? It's for women. But I will remain there. Because you see us typing, there is typing in part of our shorthand. So you see us with women carrying typewriting machine, moving about, typing, they will continue to discourage, but we will not feel discouraged. We will continue doing it. And alhamdulillah, today, we are graduates of business education. And we have achieved from what we have learned from business education. So don't allow people to discourage you. If you have determination, I said it, determine and you move forward, inshallah.
The second question, I think the questioner is trying to ask question on our parents, because sometimes children might have ambition. For example, a child will have ambition of being a soldier, but children and his parents will have that phobia of cat. When my child went to this soldier, maybe there is war, maybe he's going to die. So they have that type of thinking.
Yes.
So now, how can you advise that child to change his ambition or continue with what he wants to be?
No, actually, these are some of the things that I told you earlier that time did not permit. These are some of the things that I also wanted bringing. Parents also contribute in planning, in your planning. For instance, now, as I said, a child wants to become a doctor. Some must force. In the past, it is parents that choose for their children. It is this day that you see even children choosing for themselves. In those days, you see it is even parents that would decide, this is what I want you to be. Up to now, it's still there, but it's not like the way it is before. But all I want our parents to know that it is not all the time that parents continue to choose for their children what to be. Because at times you don't even know the ability of your child, ability to do in that field. You just choose for him. Or at times you don't know what that career is going to be for him. Why sometimes parents can choose too. But most at times, let the child sit down first, let him choose his plan, and let him bring it to his parents, and let them bless it. If they have advice, they can advise him, but it should not be compulsory on him that he must change. Advise him. If you felt that, for this time, you made your mention of soldier. Most parents may not want their child to go into military now, because maybe the parents may say maybe because of Boko Haram or issue of a thing, you will not go there and die. Put him in prayer. It may be the worry. It may be even the one that will go and conquer then and come back.
No.
You understand? Why some parents would not want you to join some force because they felt like, I remember in those days when I want to a form was brought to me after my NC that I should go for inspector cadet training, police. I know my parents really discouraged that I should not. Then they felt anybody that join police, is corrupt, is this, is going on, understand? That they don't want me to be corrupt. As I'm growing, they know me to be a very good child. They don't want me to go and change, and so that I will give the family a bad name. And that is why I feel discouraged and I did not join police. Today I could have been, I could have not, I could have been, I could may not, because it's Allah's will. You understand? But since they said they don't like it, and definitely it was my mother that vividly stood up that she's not having confidence in me being a police because I can be changed. This my good character can be changed to be bad, and it may be I may give the family a very bad name. You understand? And the country is not mature enough for me to go there and change something, and that is why I just debated. But for a course, if you want to do a course, for instance, at least the parents should be able to advise or ask that child to go and do istihara, to go and pray on it. And if Allah says it's the best for him, then let him go. But if Allah says not, then allow him. But sometimes you can also take the advice of your parents, but it should not be compulsory. They must not make it compulsory on that child, because if you want to say you want him to go and become a Mokdi, and it's not good in science, it's not good at that aspect. At the end of the day, you go there and waste his parent money and come back and without achieving that. You understand?
Now, the process of telling us the process of planning, you mentioned istihara, and I think to some viewers viewing us right now, istihara might be their first
time of hearing it. Now,
so now, how can you explain istihara?
Yes, what I will give them in a short English form is consultation.
No.
They should consult Allah.
No.
Istihara is just like consulting Allah.
No.
Just like you can also consult human being. Because I probably said you should go and consult. Allah said consult. So that's consultation. Consult Allah by praying to Allah. That is what I mean by istihara. Go and consult Allah, pray to Allah, do two nawafil and pray to Allah. You can do it at any time. You can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, you can do it in the night. Just pray 2 rakah of nawafil, you understand? And raise up your hand and pray to Allah. That is a dua that you can do that is prescribed by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can get it and do it. If you don't know the dua, you can still raise up your hand, because it's not compulsory that you must know that dua. If you don't know, still raise up your hand. Go, Ya Allah, this is what I want to do. Oh my Lord, this my God, this is what I want to do. I want you to put it for me in the right way. If there's going to be bad for me and my religion and my people and my humanity, oh God, make it for me. If it's not going to be bad for me and my religion, oh God, choose the best for me. Then that is what I mean by istihara in Arabic language. Then in English, what I wrote is consultation, consulting Allah, praying to Allah so that Allah will guide you.
Inshallah, as we all know, Malan Usama is a father and a teacher and elder in our community. Malan Usama, as your children, your students, and people that are under you in this community, what is your advice on how to plan? How an individual is supposed to plan his plan? What is your, according to the life of the community we are in now, the advice supposed to, how the advice supposed to be, and how are we going to tackle the problem of planning in our community?
Now, in 2 minutes now. So let me just see how can we tackle the problem planning. I think that is what in the community as we youth that is coming on, because I'm also part of you. Just use some words to blaspheme me, but let me just tell you that I'm also part of the, I'm still planning, I'm still part of the youth. I'm also a youth. Don't look at my beard and think I'm not a youth. I'm a youth. I'm still under 40, so I think I'm still part of the youth. And even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was part of the youth free age. I think even at that age was still part of it. So I'm still part of the youth that Quran said. So how can we solve the problem of planning? You see, we can solve the problem of planning in many ways, just as I said earlier, that one, let's give it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One, let's put everything we are planning, let's make it that it is Allah that is going to plan it for us. That is, after making your plans, give it to Allah. Then let Allah fulfill it for you. As I also said, consult people. Make consultation from people that also have this knowledge. You get it? Consult. That is what we do in MSS. We do shura.
No.
You understand?
No.
Yeah. We do shura. You see, MSS, if MSS want to select a leader, they will do shura. This shura will now start going from one place to another to consult people before they finally bring that shura. You understand? Shahuru belaham. So that make your consultation. You make consultation. You consult people. You consult people before you can make your plan. You understand? Go to people that have this knowledge. You consult them. These are some of the advice I want to give our youth. You want to become a medical doctor. There are medical doctors within this community. Go to them. What advice are they going to give you? What do you need to become a medical doctor? You want to become a mechanic. There are people that are good in the aspect. Oga mechanic. I want to become a mechanic. Which aspect do you want me to be? You understand? You want to be this, you want to be. There are people that you consult and they will guide you. Definitely. So you need to consult. I hope you understand. Then also, another advice I want to give us in the community as you is that we should reduce the likeness for the worldly things. Just say because you see this person is riding machine, you want to ride a machine too. No, it's not possible. You don't know when he started planning for that machine. You understand? You don't know the way he using getting that machine. Don't be faster than the bull of your shoe. I always tell my students, they should not be faster than the bull of the shoe. Because they said they shouldn't be faster than the shadow. Abi, don't be faster than your shadow. Abi, me, I always say don't be faster than the bull of your shoe. That is your shoe. That rope that is to your shoe. Don't be faster than it. You understand? You need to work together, or you work behind. You like when you are moving, it's your leg go first. Abi, don't be faster. So you need to what? To think, to plan. Then you succeed. But don't say, I want to get it today and get it right. Somebody will tell you, Abu Usama, you have been teaching for long. You don't even have a house. You don't have jeep. You want to compare me with somebody that has already have 35 years in service. That means I'm just coming up. It's not possible. It's possible I get it today, I'm planning today and get it the way it is. But you don't want, it's not possible for me to, it's not all the time. You understand? It's not all the time for everybody. You understand? So, Alaji today is having 7 shops. Me, Abu Usama, just coming today, I say I want to have 10 shops. I don't know how Alaji started it. Alaja today, she's having big mini this thing. Today, grown up today, Abu Usama too want to have it. No, that day it's not possible. Or you are a messenger in somebody's shop and you want to be more than your oga that day. It's not possible. And that is what the eagerness we have with the youth. Let's reduce it. You understand? Let's start from somewhere. Just like they said, from cradle to grave. MSS. Yes, let's plan.
Inshallah, we'll stop here. What we said that is for Almighty Allah reward the lecturer or the speaker and we the listeners. Inshallah, we are going to stop here. Meet us next week with another speaker, inshallah, and another topic, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.